time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
An attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
We must withdraw!
No! Railing still stands.
Shield beyond sight. Their failing light.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over!
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
The death of Lord Raslaheos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice: Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Ramenas, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
You there? Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Rex. You bore a few cuts. You are still whole. Can you stand? Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanaster.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
Hush. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Mossel, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it.
We move!
Alright everybody, this is my Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age stream. I am doing the New Game Plus. So pretty much New Game Plus allows your characters to start at a high level, and that's pretty much the only advantage that you have. You're not awarded anything else. And of course I will be doing the streaming parts. So unfortunately I have a day job. And of course this part is pretty much a tutorial to give you the kind of basics of how interact with objects and people and about battling. So as y'all see, the starting level is 90. So that's the only benefit you get from New Game Plus.
Captain?
Where are you?
What if Captain Oculus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty?
Wait. Quickly, Rex!
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damascus to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent! Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Hurry it up or they'll find us.
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean house. Yeah.
Wow, Vaughn, you got him all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now. That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot. You should come, Vaughn. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do. Hey, lock this place up for me, will you? If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
Huh? What'd you say?
Sir, you haven't paid, and I... What? Haven't paid? On second thought, please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Your luck, peddler.
Oops, sorry.
Watch where you're going, Charles. Oh, our patch! It's gone! The boy!
What's up, man?
Get out the way! No!
Reigns would endure, and it just got worse for Brian Romero. Roman Reigns unloading on Daniel Bryan, the Universal Champion, sending a message and then locking into submission. And again for the win. No disrespect to Daniel Bryan. He fought his heart.
Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean, yours? You've been stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Bond. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguel out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this? One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own.
I knew it.
I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon. Oh, Miguel had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place.
Yeah, she's doing it.
It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Yeah, she's doing it.
Waiting.
Pinello said you needed something?
Hand me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier in the morning. Perhaps he ran into some trouble on the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem. The desert teams are in trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the XII.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too. I can't leave my shop, and I've Pinello on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the XII and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaughn, look! This is it! This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the Ester Sand. What is that thing?
Ah, Vaughn. Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever. Say, Tomaj, what's this?
Nah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the Ester Sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaughn, you should give it a shot.
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the, Consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Miguelo. I just hate to see the Consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one to take offence in such trifling matters. Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the Consul waiting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
Alright, trial mode. So, trial mode comes in 100 battles. And then you can end up having pretty nice rewards coming from it. So it's definitely worth to try to come here and see how far you can get. Yeah. And you can do trial mode whenever you want. But it goes through 100 different stages, and of course it could get ridiculously hard if you're not careful. And I definitely would invest for someone to steal, which I hope he has this. He does. Okay, awesome. Alright, where's the other rat at? And of course, this is a good way to pick up a bunch of license points as well.
Truck plowing down the highway. Now look at Bobby Lashley shoulder
Metal Blade. Not bad. But he has an even rarer sword. Yeah, if you can manage to steal it, it has an attack power of 92. So that would be very beneficial. So it can be on the difficult side to try to get it.
Together, Byron. A little chat there between Morrison and Riddle. I mean, Riddle and Morrison have any other choice. A little bit of disruptive strategy. Riddle able to capture Byron Lashley in 2-on-1. This is smart. This is what Riddle and Morrison have had to do. This is my work. This is my work. The ring is going now. Morrison. Going to stick over. An all-night Spinebuster. United States champion, as great it is. What else can you do? If you're John Morrison, what can you do to stop Bobby Lashley? I mean, Chris Bobby Lashley thinks he can make it here. Full speed, midsection. Protect the dish out there, Lashley. Punish it. Punish it.
Stupid tomato.
Never thought I'd see him growing out here. This will make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
So what I've noticed is, yeah, when I go to in the trial mode, it enters a blocked scene. Square Enix is something else. I mean, it kind of looks. There's some textures that are different.
Wait a
but
second.
They just pretty much what they did. They
chocobos through the gate and not us.
What of it?
They added pretty much everything that was international version.
Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did.
You know, they added, you know, different weapons that were in international versions.
Keep your distance. We don't want to.
And as you saw with Vaughn, I had to choose a job class for him.
Right then, move them in.
As you remember the original, you didn't have to go by any job classes.
That does it.
Fine, chocobo you have there. Yes, cedar down stock if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet too. Take a Damascus Barreau's wine, it may lack the flavor and depth of some of your Arcadian wines, but it has a certain strength of character. It's not bad, really, once you get used to it. Care for some, sirs? There's more than enough for all to cool their throats, of course. You let these carts through and closest gate is ordered. My mail's choked with this sand. Don't give me a scare like that. You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
The ceremony will be starting soon. I best be hurrying.
Okay, well... Vaughn, wait! What is it? Vaughn!
And of course, characters can break the HP and damage limit in this game as well.
I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Thane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western Front. Your Excellency.
Something that shocked the entire WWE universe would happen a few moments later. Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks working in unison. And coming to the aid of Reginald, who could not be shocking.
People of Rabanasta, is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire? There was little point in answering. But know this. I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Ramanas loves his people.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the winner of the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble match and ESPN WWE, Bianca Belair.
Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. His ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together let us embrace the peace His Majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace, a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast. I will endure your hatred, suffer your slings and arrows. I will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Ramanas and Lady Ash be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, we do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plainly. My hope now rests with you.
Just earlier tonight, deciding on Roman Reigns, I think it was a smart decision for the upcoming EST. And it's boss time!
Is Rabanasta to your liking, my lord?
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
The patron of this evening's banquet, may it please your excellency. I am the Gallo, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanasta join me in welcoming
That's
you.
enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I meant no disrespect.
Now that I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
Oh?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanasta. Why don't you call me Vane?
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just the remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
And this matchup tonight is brought to you by WWE Supercard Season 7.
How can he stand about to him like that?
Vaughn, you just do not get it, do you? He's not doing it because he wants to. You know what would happen if he didn't.
I know, it's just...
So, what would you do different?
I don't know. Well, I'd do something.
Considers herself the strongest, the fastest.
Vaughn. Vaughn, you haven't heard a single word I've said, have you? This place has changed so much. It's like it's not even Rabanastre anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Hey, Penelo, that fate tonight. You think they'll let us in?
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know. Why not ask Magello to get you in? Or go see old Dallin in Lowtown? Why the sudden interest, Vaughn?
I told you, I'm going to take back what's ours. Give back to Dalmasca. What do you think? If I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn, sky part of Dalmasca. It's got a nice ring to it. Stay out of trouble.
An airship. I don't know. Maybe, but not through Magello. Time to pay old Dallin a visit.
Alright, the Clan Hall. And so y'all know, doing the hunts and investing time in the clan is very beneficial. I will admit some of the hunts can be challenging, especially the final one. But it is really worth it. And the Moogle there, he can wipe away your license board and let you change job classes if you don't have the one that you want. It will totally erase the license board, refund all your license points that you put into it, and have the freedom to choose another class. And each character can learn up to 2 classes. Well, in the original game, you didn't have to be restricted to job classes, which means you can only use certain weapons and whatnot, as long as the character could purchase the license for it. But now you're restricted to classes, and they can only use certain weapons. So pretty much when you pick up a hunt, it'll show you where the petitioner's at, and you will have to talk to them. So we'll accept this hunt. So sometimes the petitioner will tell you exactly where to find the hunt, but it's not always guaranteed that they will. Sometimes they have to be found under certain conditions or certain areas. And the game won't always be forthcoming about that. Alright, so he said the Western Sands, so... Beginning of the game, those dinosaurs you see out there in the deserts, man, they'll tear you up. So according to the petitioner, we should find the hunt in this area. And if you look on your mini-map, it'll be a bigger circle on your map, because usually when you see enemies it's a small red circle. And here it is. As you see, there's a bigger red circle, so that means there's our hunt. And of course, nothing good to steal this time. And of course, when we finish the hunt, we gotta go find the petitioner. They're normally in the same place. We'll report back to them and they will give you the reward. Let's see. This way.
Sunday, March 21st, streaming live on Peacock and WWE Pacific. The next time we talk live on pay-per-view will be...
So in most Final Fantasy games, you would win battles to make gil. Well, in Final Fantasy XII, that wasn't the case. So enemies would drop loot, and selling them would make you your profit. And sometimes you sell the required items. That sometimes you could buy something pretty good from. Yeah, it is a little bit more realistic. Because, you know, random monsters ain't gonna carry hundreds of gil. And as you see here, the only thing Vaughn could equip from here is a dagger. But the best thing to do is just try to farm as much loot as you can, because like I said, they have added weapons that was in the international version to this, and some enemies have been, at least one particular enemy has been buffed up and is level like 80, and they're ridiculously hard, but they drop an extremely rare item for loot. So, and it helps go towards a very rare gun, which is where I heard the strongest one in this game. Alright, so let's make our way back to the Sand Sea to report back to the petitioner. can't remember exactly what he gives you. Oh, headguard, nice.
Is the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship. This match begins with two superstars in the ring and four other superstars.
So, alright. See if we can pick up any more hunts. Chances are it's probably not going to be the case. Flowering cactoid. I think you find this guy through the XII, I believe. Oops, wrong way.
Are you lagging by now? In the middle of the fucking shit, you only got fucking reserve. You couldn't fuck. What the fuck is going on with this internet?
The points of entry, except for Sheamus, of course, selected at random. Drew McIntyre locked inside a pod to begin the Elimination Chamber match. This is 5 opponents make their way to the ring.
Alright, a sleeping cactoid. Let's see what we can do here. But like I told y'all, this is New Game Plus, which all your characters start at level 90, because why not? Yes, there is. That is correct. All right. And there he is. Alright. I went on my way to find this area, which is Nalbana Fortress. There's a couple of vendors out here, and there's also a board where you can pick up some hunt bills. I'm gonna see if there's any available. Alright, here's the hunt board. Anything? No. Alright. Wow, a whole 2 potions, isn't that nice? All right. Alright. Back to Ravenous, here we go. Alright, time to visit Lowtown.
Ah, if it isn't Von Redsbane. Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
Oh,
tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there.
I don't know why. He was creepy to me. I don't know why.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So, our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Ah, now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace walls. A door and a magic stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Alan. So, where's this, magic stone?
Oh, I've had it for years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
He's fucking something, man, I swear. He looks like an old hippie. Alrighty, so I'm gonna stop here for now. I'm gonna try to get back on here in a little bit. If not, I will definitely be back on tomorrow.